Hello, this is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and for many years I flew a full-size plane, and when you're flying as a certified pilot, you have to keep a logbook of all of your flights, and there are several reasons for that, but it's a good idea because then if something happens and they come and see you, as long as you've been keeping a regular log, they can look at that and determine that, no, you weren't the one that was dropping eggs on people's cars. Anyway, so that's just a joke. I never did that. I used to drop candy at the church picnics and stuff. Okay, now let's get back to business here. So when the government decided that we should register our UAVs, our unoccupied aerial vehicles, drones, and large model fixed-wing airplanes, then I decided, well, it might be a good idea to have something that we can all keep a logbook for. Now, I know if you fly a Bebop, you don't need a logbook because Parrot keeps track of all your flights. And if you fly a DJI drone, you don't need a logbook. But there are a lot of other people who have drones and planes that weigh more than half a pound. For instance, my apprentice has a 5-foot wingspan, weighs more than half a pound, and I don't fly it anymore because I don't have room here. But if I did fly it, then I would keep track so that if somebody complains about a broken windshield from a guy flying his airplane, I would have a record. As long as you keep a continuous record, it becomes it can be held up as a legal document to defend yourself against any wrongdoing. So if you go to my website, if you want to look at this, click on the, you don't have to click, you just put your mouse over miscellaneous and come down to UAV logbook. Okay? Click on that and you'll get here. Now, over here you have in this column, I had that there for the Bebop folks, but there's two help videos that can show you how to use this. All right, and I'm just going to give you a real basic way to go about it. If you're not logged in, you don't have a account, then you create a logbook. Okay, so let's say we'll just make it real quick here. We're going to call this guy Bill. All right. You can see George is already signed up. His first name is Bill. His last name is Bill. His username is Bill. And his password is Bill. Now, the second part down here, you don't have to fill in if you've got more than one aircraft or you don't. You just want to check this out. And then so you click OK. And then here's the beginning of your logbook. It's even the same color as a pilot's logbook. All right. And let's say that Bill has an apprentice, and so he's going to, it weighs more than half a pound, and he's going to keep track of his flights. So he goes over here and clicks on record a flight, and today's the 3rd of October, and we'll call this, we'll just call it plane, because I don't know how to spell apprentice. His registration is 123. He's got it registered with the FAA. And its weight is probably about 4 pounds. And he's going to fly between, let's say he's going to fly between, let's go down here, between 4:30 and 5:30 down here, okay? And he's got his maximum altitude is probably going to be more than that, so let's go up to 200 feet. And the range isn't that great, so we'll make that 200 feet. And it's going to be visual because he doesn't have FPV, and the location is going to be at the park. We'll just say local park. Actually, you'd really want to name the park if you did that. And any comments, just flying for fun, and then we'll get rid of all those other things, and then we submit. Okay. And now you can see that he's flying his plane, and there's the recording of it. Okay. Now that's handy, and so when you get back from flying, then you can use that. And the videos back here at the beginning, they show you how to use all of those other things. Let's just go Bill here. Bill. We'll go back here. Okay, the recording a flight session, which is what we did. Print the logbook, complete an unfinished data entry. Well, what would that be? Okay, well, we're going to go to the phone because I have an app. You get it from the same place. I have an app on my website that you can use on the phone. And when you're out in the field, you can put down the exact starting time and the exact closing time. And then in a logbook, you never delete anything. You can line it out, but you don't delete it. So anyway, that's how you make a correction. You line it out, and then you put a new entry in that's correct. So that's a tool that's available. But stay tuned, because I'm going to take you to my cell phone, and we're going to take a look at how that works when you're actually out in the field. All right? So let's switch over to the cell phone. All right, here we are at my website on my phone, and we're going to, we created a logbook for a guy named Bill. So I'm going to enlarge this because I have clumsy fingers. And we'll go down here to the logbook. All right, and so same thing here. We can do everything here that we could do on the regular computer. So we're going to log in, and this is going to take me a while because my fingers are so clumsy and shaky. All right, so we'll go up here, and we'll type in Bill. Okay, so here we are, and this is the part that is nice about the cell phone, because now you're out in the field and you're going to start flying, and then you're going to, when you get all done flying, you want to stop the log. So we hit start. Okay, now your flight time is being recorded minute by minute, second by second. And then when you get all through, that, like, we can close this out and then go to another, like we could go to another app, like, well, you wouldn't be using DJI Go for it, but we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And so we're using that, and we're all done. So we're going to close that out. Okay. And now we're going to, on my iPhone, you just double click the home thing, and we'll get rid of him. Whoops. Okay, we'll just go to this guy. Okay, and he's still running in the background, and so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop. We're all through flying, so we hit stop. Okay, now I should just leave it like this. I'm going to mess up my. Oh, phooey. That's too bad I did that. Well, anyway, so now we're through with that. Now we're going to go into the menu, and we'll look at the, let's see, where is it? We're going to complete session data. Okay, so here we are. We can do it here and fill in all the stuff. Like, for instance, we don't need this. This was the log creation date. But you'll notice that our start times are here and the end time is there, and that's what's important. Now, if I go back to the computer, and I can go in and I can easily fill it in. You could fill this in easily, but not with my fingers, I can't. So you fill that in and you finish it up, and let's just type some crazy stuff in here. Okay, we'll just go. And we've got all that in. Now we come back to the very beginning and we click next. All right. Now let's go to the menu. normally we would do that when we got home or something, but as long as I'm on the phone, we'll go to the menu and we'll look at view log entries. Okay, so there's all of our stuff in the log. And if anybody wants to know whether we were, what we were doing, we've got everything recorded, even though it's crazy. But that's how it works, and it's free. Now, one other thing I got to show you before we're through here. Because when I was programming this, I ran into a problem. Every once in a while when you're programming, especially with an HTML document, it's hard to get to, you upload a new one, it's hard to look at the new one. So on a phone, on my cell phone, now I'm going to go ahead, well, I'll just leave it like that. And we'll go to settings, and now I have to turn it. Okay, so we go to settings, and if you want to clear a lot of memory out of your phone, I learned this the hard way. Anyway, if you go to General, and then you go to iPhone storage, all right? Now, if you look here at the top, my iPhone storage was practically full. And I got rid of a lot of photos that I didn't really want to get rid of, and it stayed full. Until recently, I figured out, because I was programming, and I went back and I looked at this, I figured out that if you, let's see, where's it at here? Okay, now we got to go back here, and on our iPad, we come down to our Safari. Okay, go to Safari, and then you come clear to the bottom, and you click on Clear History. Now, you're not going to lose anything except, like if you're on an iPhone, your favorites, on the page with the favorites, that'll go away. But all this does is get rid of unused web pages that you've gone to, and you're not going back to it. Now, here's the thing. I'll clear my history, okay? Back in the old days, when downloading was real slow, they had this thing they invented called the cache. And so if you went to my website, it would put that website in memory on your computer, and then next time you went to the website, you wouldn't have to wait for it to load, because the web page would already be recorded on your phone, or on your back in those days it wasn't on the phone, it was on the computer. And so it loaded things faster. At today's speeds, you don't really need to, worry about the cache. But anyway, when you clear the cache, then that makes it so that you come back to, let's see, where is it here? Okay, to General, and then look for iPhone storage, and you'll see that it's way down from what it was if you clear your cache. So anyway, that's just an extra little thing that I ran across as I was doing the programming for that, and I hope it's been helpful to you. And I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see how this video comes out since I turned my phone back and forth. But I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.